as we look at earnings, from April to June quarter, I think no one is really looking at what actually happened during that quarter. That's all right in the middle of the coronavirus for around the globe. It's more in terms of what's going on with guidance. And if you look at our customer sentiment from last month to this, we've seen about a 10% uptick in terms of overall client engagement. So we see net new buys coming in from our clients across Asia, and very similar to what we're seeing in the US. Now, the one difference that we do see in terms of what we see our Asian customers buying versus what we see maybe the overall population buying is we maybe see some more of the value stocks rather than getting away from some of the tech and some of the growth type of stocks. So we see things like Advanced Micro Devices, Coca-Cola, Pfizer, have been some big net new purchases from our Asian clients, as we're not as much so from our overall population across the U.S. Now, we also see both around the globe buying, AT&T, Walt Disney, and then we also see kind of some of the big banks, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. So we start to see some shift back into the financials, which I think is a good barometer in terms of overall health. Because at some point, if we see no buying in the big banks, it means little confidence going forward. We've had this tech-driven rally, but we need some other names to kind of keep that going forward in terms of if we continue to see that rally through into the rest of this quarter.
All right, Christopher, I also want to ask you about an announcement you're making at TD Ameritrade today, which is effectively slashing rates for the clients out here trading U.S. online exchange listed stocks and ETFs effectively to zero. I mean, this is a sign of the times, really, isn't it? As we've seen so many have to make this move, but it also speaks to what's happening with this rise in the retail investor too, and other platforms we've seen. Just weigh in here on this decision and what you think the implications are.
Look, I mean, I think great news for our customer, in terms of, we have always talked about customer experience is something that we focus on. And now that we've moved commissions for stocks and ETFs to zero, that customer experience has just gotten better. And you're right, Nancy, it is part of the way of the times. We do see, other, bits and pieces of competition in terms of market access for participants in the retail world. And it's something that we spend a lot of time, money, and effort on in terms of building up our infrastructure, in terms of types of ways of market entry, whether it's through the web, through our downloaded desktop platforms, through any of our award-winning mobile devices. And now we're removing that barrier of commission. We see this is an unbelievable opportunity for all of our customers across Asia. Now, we did this earlier in the U.S. in October. We saw a significant impact in terms of the number of new clients coming to TD Ameritrade in the U.S. And we expect this to make a large, we got to kind of ripple across Asia, because we're one of the, the bigger brokers in the region now that are actually offering this with our full suite of products and our basically our standard of customer experience that we pride ourselves in. Now that we're actually even all be able to offer it with zero commissions as well.